Kuna kipande cha electrical installation at home nimekiacha. Bwana sijaiona maswali kile kipande. Ila ukipita kwenye pepa huko kiakuta niambie ili kwamba tukipitie. Nataka leo tusome cells kwa sababu hizo zina maswali. A cell is the setup used to cause the flow of electric current in a conductor. The flow of current is caused by the reaction releasing and accepting electrons at different ends of the conductor. There are two common types of electrochemical cells, namely the primary cell and secondary cell. So hii ni setup ambayo inatumika kusababisha flow of electric current in a conductor. Primary cell ni cells aina gani? The primary cells are also known as voltaic cells. A primary cell is formed by dipping two different metal into a conducting solution. Unaona? The two metals are called electrodes, while the solution is referred to as electrolyte. Manake ni kama tulivyosoma kwenye electrolysis. In a primary cell, the reactants are used up after some time and must be replaced. Yani kwa mfano tunavyoweka acid katika betri ya maji, inakaa baada ya muda, baada ya hapo unafanyaje? Unatoa ili kwamba betri iweze kuendelea kutunza charge. So the electrodes of a simple cell, they are made up of the copper positive and zinc negative, while the electrolyte is dilute sulfuric acid. The following are the processes that occur when the cell is in the operation. The dilute sulfuric acid separates into the sulfate ions and hydrogen ions. Zinc also goes into the solution as zinc ions, releasing two electrons which travel along the wire external circuit. Manake umeme unakuwa unapita kwenye external circuit. Releasing two electrons which travel along the wire of external circuit to the copper electrode. The zinc ions join with the sulfate ions to form zinc sulfate. At the same time, the zinc ions go into solution at equivalent number of hydrogen ions move to the copper electrode, where they gain electron and they liberate hydrogen gas. The important thing to know here is that the flow of electric current is caused by the chemical reactions. The chemical reactions are causing flow of electric current. But we have some defects of a simple cell. When the simple cell is in operation, the current drops to a very small value after some time. This occurs because of the two reasons. Kwanza, one of the formation of bubbles of hydrogen on the zinc plates, usually referred to as local action. This is caused by the impurities in the zinc which react with the acid. The important thing for you to note here ni kwamba primary cell has some few defects, and one among its major defects is that after a certain time the current reading in the voltmeter tend to drop, in the ammeter tend to drop. The local action can be reduced by using pure zinc or by rubbing mercury on zinc plates to form amalgam. The zinc in amalgam is pure. The second reason is polarization. What is polarization? Bubbles of hydrogen are formed on the copper plate. These bubbles form another cell with zinc, which opposes the zinc copper cell. Unaona, bubbles of hydrogen zina form another cell, yani zina form like coating on zinc, which opposes the zinc copper cell, thus reducing the current. The hydrogen also insulates the copper plate. Insulates the copper plate, thus increasing the resistance of the cell. This lowers the current. Unaona, polarization is reduced by adding a depolarizer, for example potassium dichromate, which oxidizes the hydrogen to water. Manake ni oxidizing agent. Kwa hiyo katika hiyo seli ambayo tunaisoma, katika hizo seli ambayo tunasoma sasa, basi seli wetu ni huyu hapa, mfano wake anaitwa Leclanche cell. Leclanche. The simple cell is no longer used as the source of electric current. Kwa tukiwa tumeshaona hiyo simple cell, tuone hiyo Leclanche cell. The Leclanche cell consists of carbon positive electrode with zinc negative electrode. Hii ndio ambayo always huwa tunaitumia kwa nyumba, dry cell hiyo, naona. Lagrange cell consist of carbon and zinc. The electrolyte in this cell is ammonia chloride, and the figure below shows the Lagrange cell. Actually sio ambayo tunatumia nyumbani, dry cell. So tunakava huku chini, tunakava huku juu. Ila hii hapa ina electrolyte ndani. So kwa vyote vile sio sawa na tunazotumia nyumbani. There is no local action in this cell. Polarization is reduced by manganese dioxide, which oxidizes hydrogen to water. The manganese dioxide mixed with carbon is put in the porous spot around the carbon electrode, as shown in the diagram. However, manganese dioxide is a slow depolarizer. When a large current is drawn from the cell, polarization takes place, causing a reduction in the voltage of the cell. If allowed to rest briefly, however, the cell soon recovers. The dry cell, ambayo always wanaitumia dry cell, the electrolyte of simple cell can be a liquid or a past. Past ni kama uji mzito. If the electrolyte is a liquid, the cell is said to be wet cell. The Lagrange cell is the wet cell. If the electrolyte is past, the cell is referred to as dry cell. So dry cell we always use at home. Panasonic. Actually, I don't have dry cell nearby here, but dry cell they are used at home. Lagrange cell exists today at the dry cell. Unaona, nowadays yanatumika kama dry cell. So the components of dry cell are the same as those of the Lagrange cell, except that instead of ammonium chloride solution, the battery is filled with a paste of manganese dioxide, ammonium chloride and zinc chloride. Kwa hiyo kile ambacho unakiona ni cheusi ndani ya battery huwa inakuwa ni manganese dioxide, ndio rangi yake ni nyeusi. Kwa mtu asio kutishia ukilala unakufa. Actually, don't eat that. Lakini it's manganese dioxide, ammonium chloride and zinc chloride. Here, these are some few diagrams which can appear sometimes in the exams. The two salts, ammonium chloride and zinc chloride, act as electrolyte. The negative electrode zinc can contain electrolyte. Haya, katika seli tunaweza tukaziconnect in series or in parallel arrangement. Katika series arrangement of cell, manake opposite mmoja wa seli mmoja anaenda kwenye positive wa seli nyingine, hiyo inaitwa series arrangement. Lakini parallel arrangement of cells manake ni kwamba opposite mmoja, negative mmoja anaenda kwenye negative mwingine, kwenye negative mwingine. Kwa mfano hii hapa ni series arrangement ya cell. Unaweza kuona jinsi ambavyo zimejiconnect. Hii ndio positive. So imetoka imekuja hapa, kuja hapa. So total EMF hapa hii ni 1.5 total EMF na jumlisha. So katika pale arrangement unakuta kuna arrangement kama hiyo. Total EMF hapa ni sana EMF ya battery mmoja, yani 1.5. Unaona maswali kama haya hapa. Determine the voltage across AB. Voltage across AB itakuwa ngapi? Hii hapa kwa sababu hizi ziko kwenye series tutajumlisha, so 1.333. Lakini ziko kwenye pale 333. Hii AB, voltage across AB ni 3 volt. Sababu hizi hii na hii nao wako katika parallel. Uses of dry cell. The dry cell are used for operating radios, electronic calculator and other small electrical devices. Let's move to the secondary cells. In a secondary cell, the chemical reaction can be reversed after the cell runs down. Thus, it can be recharged. An example of the secondary cell, the lead acid cell and the nickel ferrous cell. Secondary cell are also called accumulators. Secondary cell ikiisha unaweza kaicharge tena, rechargeable. Lakini primary cell they are not rechargeable. The lead acid accumulator ndio ambayo always wanatumia naita battery za gari za solar. The lead acid battery consists of a number of lead acid cells. Each cell has two groups of lead plates. One group form the positive terminal, while the other group form the negative terminal. All the positive terminals are connected together with the connecting strip. This is also the case for the negative terminal. So the positive and negative terminals are interlaced so they alternate. Between the plates are sheets of insulating material called separators. These are made up of the porous wood fiber. Actually, hiyo ndo betri kama hizo gari za nini, ndo diagram yake hiyo. Kuna maelezo mengine hapo hata ukiyasoma we hata kupeleka kokote. Sasa katika kudischarge, ukitaka kudischarge hapo, when the battery is providing energy, it is said to be discharging. The energy is produced when the acid electrolyte is gradually combining with the active materials on the electrolyte. This lower concentration of sulfuric acid. Lakini charging the lead acid battery, the aim of charging the battery is to drive all the acid out of the plates. To drive all the acid out of the plates and returns it to the electrolyte. During charging, a direct current is passed through the battery in the opposite direction of that during discharge. The negative terminal of the battery charger is connected to the negative terminal of the battery, while the positive terminal of the charger is connected to the positive terminal of the battery. Unaona? So finally katika kucharge tunakuwa tunatoa tu ule umeme kwenda nje. The reverse of the action of discharge and restore the battery to its original charged condition. When the battery is fully charged, the active material of the positive plate is lead peroxide, while that of the negative plate is porous lead metal. Kwa hiyo actually najua utaweza kuulizwa labda uelezee hizo mechanism. Kuna maswali ambayo huwa wanauliza. Kwa mfano, how to take care of accumulators, how the uses of the lead acid battery, how difference between the primary and secondary cell. Uses of lead acid battery, they are used to provide power in a motorcycle. They are used to provide energy power domestic appliances such as radio, television, and lighting. Kwa hiyo hizi ndo zinaitwa lead acid batteries, lead acid battery. This marks the end of our topic of current electricity. Unaweza kusolve ya maswali na yale mengine tutayasolve pia. Topic inayofuata hapa ni waves, lakini kwa sababu itaka tusome radioactivity basi we'll learn about radioactivity. Thank you. Let's meet in the coming topic.